We gonna start them all smooth. If this is your first time seeing Belladonna, y'all know we started all smooth because we got a whole nother set of party. Hey, all the cancers in the building, yeah. Who got a birthday out here tonight? Oh, I just got a bunch of grown folks coming out ready to party. All the grown folk that just here to party, make some noise for me, y'all. Hey, give me a little more love, yeah, yeah. And a little more highs, yeah. I got you, baby, yeah. Sheena, I see you. I can't believe I believed everything we had was last. So dumb and naive to believe that with me you're a changed man. Silly of me to dream of day having your kiss. Love is so blind it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your sins. I'm smarter than that. So dumb and naive to believe that with me, hey, silly of me to compete when you cheat with loose women. Took me some time, but now I am strong because I realized I got myself and it's all I got in the end. It's what I found out, and there ain't no need to cry. Think about it from now on. I'ma be my own best friend. Me, myself, and it's all I got in the end. It's what I found out, and there ain't no need to cry. Think about it from now on. I'ma be my own best friend. Controlling, you say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing you know, I'm dealing with your 3 kids in my home. Took me some time, but now I am strong. Now that it's over, stop calling me, come pick up your clothes. Ain't no need to front like you're still with me. All your homies know, even your very best friend tried to warn me on the low. Took me some time, but now I am strong, cause I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. It's what I found out, and there ain't no need to cry about it from now on. I'ma be my own best friend. Me, myself and that's all I got in the end. It's what I found out, and there ain't no need to cry about it from now on. I'ma be my own best friend. Got me myself. I know that I will never disappoint myself.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Mignon Show. I am your host, Mignon.
And I'm your co-host, Roz.
We want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. We are here each and every Monday at 6 p.m. here on Vox Wave. And we want to thank you so much for tuning in. We truly appreciate you and your support. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so.
Yes, subscribe. Share it with a friend, like us. We need all the support.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do today, guys, of course, you know, we got our girl chat. But first, I want to check in with Miss Roz because I want to know what she had going on this weekend.
Oh, my goodness. This weekend, again, blessed, booked, and busy. It's
blessed,
always
booked, and busy.
The Manly Splendid Family thing. This is what we
do.
And
I think it's so important to say blessed.
Yes, that's first.
Yeah, I think that's very important because I seen on social media where I think it was Tamika Hall on Beverly Show. As a matter of fact, it was on the Raw Naked Exposed and Beautiful. I don't know if I got it right, but y'all know what's going on.
In that order.
Right?
We love you, babe.
You know we love you, babe.
Ladies of Vox Wave.
But she was talking about how people always say that they're booked and busy, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, you know, a question about are they blessed? And it's so important because you got to realize sometimes you could be booked and busy, but you're doing nothing. Yep. There's no purpose in you being booked and busy, and you just doing everything because you see other people doing
Doing
it.
stuff that is not your call and not what you're
Yes.
supposed to be doing anyway. Yeah,
Yes. So that's,
I'm always going to say blessed first because it's definitely God ordained. We always pray about it. It's all about God first. Even what we use for my family is God Family Community. That is our order for life. So it's always blessed, booked, and busy.
absolutely. So we want to be blessed, and then we want to be booked and busy,
yes.
and walking in our purpose.
Amen. Amen.
So I just wanted to get that out there.
Yes, because
So,
somebody needed to hear that.
Somebody did need to hear that. So how was your weekend?
It was great. Like I said, it was the 3 B's. Friday night, the school had a free movie night for the families to come in and can watch the movie. We had popcorn and things like that. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't packed in there, but it wasn't packed in there because the families so that they can drop their kid off.
Oh, goodness.
And I understand that it was like a
family
thing.
night,
Like
yeah.
this wasn't a drop off. It was a drop off service. We'd be like, oh, drop off and go have fun. So wasn't a lot, but we had fun. It was about 30 kids there, and we had fun with them. So that was great. Saturday had the first vending event at the school. Imani J was there and signing books and things like that, and meeting some new faces. We had fish fry. You know, we love a good old fish.
We love fish.
Girl, they had the tank right there to fry the fish right in front of you, and they had the rib truck. And girl, yes, I probably spent a little bit too much money eating fish. And even when I ordered my first fish, I wrote on the cash out, breakfast, see you again at lunchtime.
Oh my goodness.
Because we was there from 9 to 2.
Oh wow. Oh wow. And I know it was good.
It was in Imani J language, I know she's white, it was the bomb.
The
That's what
bomb.
she said. She was
The
like,
bomb.
this fish is the bomb. So we did that. And then yesterday, as you guys know, I'm in a fashion show on May the 19th. I am one of the survivors that will be honored at the fashion show. So we have rehearsal for that, and I am excited to announce that my husband is in the fashion show also, and Imani J, our little princess, is in the fashion show. So half of the Manley's blended family will be in, and the other half will be in the audience. So
Awesome.
excited
Awesome.
about that.
That is exciting. Also, that fashion show, it is actually a fundraiser.
Yes.
And they are honoring domestic violence and cancer survivors.
Yes.
So, guys, if you are available on May the 19th, please support. Please come out.
Reach out to me. I have tickets. Tickets are $35. Again, it is a fundraiser, and it's right in D.C. on East Capitol Street at St. Luke's. And it's funny because when I say St. Luke's, everybody like, oh, I know where that church
Right.
is.
Everybody knows St. Luke.
Everybody knows St. Luke. So come on out to St. Luke's. You definitely can reach me at Roz in the community at Outlook.com, and I have tickets for you. I actually have them here with me today because I'll be ready.
Okay, now. Okay, now. Let's do it. Let's definitely support Roz and the Manley blended family, and also the other survivors and of domestic violence and cancer.
Yes,
which is huge.
It is huge, and I'm glad that Mr. Cole is bringing awareness to this. So that was my blessed, booked and busy weekend, and yours, because I seen my sister up there doing her thing. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thank you. I had the awesome opportunity. You know, we had Councilwoman Monique Anderson Walker here last week, and we were talking about the Wow Factor event, and it was Women of Wellness. And I tell you guys, it was a phenomenal event.
You look beautiful on your
Thank
pictures.
you. Thank you. I even had a chance, guys, to meet the Furlough Cheesecake Sisters.
Did you taste that cheesecake?
Yes, and it's delicious. And you know I've got them
Did you
book
bring me
coming.
some?
Oh, they coming.
Oh, they coming.
Oh, they
Boom.
coming. They coming straight from Ellen to the Mignon Show with co-host Roz.
Yes, we're
I
gonna
told
eat
y'all.
cheesecake up in here.
I told y'all to start watching us as we grow and the guests that we bring here. We will be bringing some well-renowned people to the studio. It is just awesome, awesome, awesome. So I got a chance to meet them, and it was great. The cheesecake was phenomenal. They were two awesome sisters, and they started this business because they was furloughed.
Right.
You remember, beginning of the year, a lot of the government workers didn't know what to do.
Right.
But they decided to start making their cheesecakes to make money. It was one sister, making the money. And I'm telling you guys, it has jumped off. They have been on Ellen. They have been, their whole story has went viral all over social media. They have been on CNN, and they are hot and popping, and they are from our area, guys. They live in Prince George's County.
PG County.
And I can't wait because I will have them on Vox Wave, and they are excited.
I am too. Y'all know we had to eat on Vox Wave, so definitely excited. And I'm just excited for them how they turned their situation, what they were going through, because a lot of families were definitely dealing with the furlough, and they took that and built a business. And I mean, in a blink of an eye, I remember seeing them on Facebook, and then I saw them on Ellen, and I said, wait, are these the same people that was just on Facebook?
Yes.
And look at them now. And so I am definitely excited for them. I'm glad you got to meet them, and I can't wait to meet them.
When I found out they was going to be there, I said, oh my goodness, because I wanted to meet them, because their story is just so amazing. And it just goes to show you that when you follow, I call it that voice from God, that when you follow that voice from God, and no matter how crazy it sounds, just do it. Just do it. You got to do it for a reason. And they are just so blessed. And guys, it is jumping off so fast for them that they were called out to Alabama to meet the people of Walmart. Walmart has fell in love with their cheesecakes.
Look at that.
And their cheesecakes will be in Walmart this
Move over,
August.
Patty Pie.
Yeah.
Move on over. That's Sister Cheesecakes are coming up there.
Cheesecake. So it was just phenomenal. And there was so many other phenomenal women there, doctors and women that's just making change around the world with their passion and it was just awesome. I was just so glad and thankful that Councilwoman has selected me to come and share my story and who I was. And I'm telling you guys, it has opened up some phenomenal doors, and I can't wait to share with you in the future of what has come out of that. And I'm just excited.
Blessed, booked, and busy.
Blessed,
you hear that?
booked,
all
and
them
busy.
blessings. You never know who is who. You never know what opportunity you may come across. Just being there, just showing up and being ready to do things.
And let's talk about showing up. Guys, it's so important that when you're out here and you're representing your brand, I just want you to know how important it is to show up and be on time and be ready.
Yes.
Like every time I have an event and I show up, the people look at me like, "Dad, you're here while we're setting up."
Yep.
But I just want them to know that I'm here, I'm serious, and I'm ready.
Yep.
I'm here and I'm ready. So keep that in your forefront. And when you're out here creating a name for yourself, because I'm telling you, people will be talking about you behind your back.
Yes,
they will talk about you. They will talk about your work ethics. So you have to be careful and very mindful of what you do and how you show up with people that's investing in you.
Yes.
They're investing in you. So please don't let them down, guys.
And word of mouth. Word of mouth is always your big support anyway. You want it to be a positive. And even you guys know that my daughter is a youth entrepreneur and she's 6. But if you met her, if I say this is business today, she's straight business. When I say it's time for you to play, then she's playing. But I have to teach her early on to how she needs to show up and be ready. So she show up, she's ready, she critiques herself, she does what she needs to do. And when it's playtime, she is a true 6-year-old kid,
right,
going to play with her toys and doing her thing. So you definitely have to show up, be prepared. If your interview is at 9 o'clock, please don't come in at 9 o'clock.
Please
don't.
Please don't.
I have been in management since I was 18 years old.
Oh my goodness!
You come up to an interview at 9 o'clock when your appointment time is 9 o'clock. Just know that is 99.99% you not getting a job.
I wouldn't hire you at all. I wouldn't, because I need you to be there when I'm not.
I need you to be there. Exactly.
And I can't trust you to be there if I'm running late. So no, I won't hire you.
I need to trust that you're going to be in your seat ready to do what you need to do at 9 o'clock. Not putting your stuff up, want to eat your breakfast, want to do all these things. That irks me. One of my pet peeves, and when you show up at 9 o'clock for work, well, you had to start at 9 o'clock, but you had to put your stuff away. Then you had to eat your breakfast because you didn't get to eat your breakfast. Then you want to warm up your coffee because it was. Let me tell you, you were supposed to do all that before 9 o'clock. Not
Absolutely.
Because you on my dime now.
Absolutely.
That is my time. My time is precious. Do not waste my time. So when 9 o'clock, you on my time. Not your breakfast time.
Absolutely.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
telling y'all, we giving y'all some nuggets because we have been in management and we know what they look for. I mean, you got to be careful when you're out here trying to sell yourself, guys. I'm telling you, please, please, please. Put yourself on that pedestal that you want people that when you step in the room, people want to know who you are just because you showed up on time, just because you're in your seat and ready to work.
When I was 16, I worked for the government. I had to work study, and my manager at that time, Mary Moores, I would never forget her. We still talk to this day every now and then. She told me when I show up, don't show up for the position you in. Show up for the position that you want to be in.
Yes.
I was 16 years old when she told me that. I will never forget that. So when I show up, I'm always showing up like I'm the CEO.
Oh,
always.
Honey, in every room.
Don't tell me I'm not the CEO because I'm ready for corporate America. I'm in it ready. And she told me that, and I was, like I said, I was 16 years old, just working my little couple of hours, but she told me that, and it always stuck with me.
And that's true, because I've heard that too, you know, coming up and, you know, in the work field and everything, and they used to always tell me, you always want to dress for the position that you're going after. Yep. And so you do. I show up as the CEO of this company. And I'm just a receptionist.
Exactly. But
nobody wouldn't know because I'm preparing myself. And that is so true. You know, we got to get in the habit of preparing ourselves for the best and not waiting until we get there. It starts way before you get there. Being a CEO starts way before you ever become a CEO.
Yep.
So that is definitely
shout
powerful.
out to Mary Morris because she told me that a long time ago. See how things
and
with
I'm gonna shout out my boss, my old boss too, Rosalind Styles.
Her name was Rosalind. Oh,
yes.
Come on, you guys know that's my first name. So
she trained me to be the best that I could be. I was her executive assistant. First, I started as her receptionist, and I grew all the way up to her executive assistant, and she showed me everything that I know. Even some of the things that she taught me, I'm still using to this day.
Yep.
Still using to this day.
The teaching of our elders.
The teaching of our elders, exactly. So that was our girl chat. Well, that was our weekend. So now we're going to get into our girl chat.
And you guys know our girl chat is always one of those things that is one of those things that we have to talk about because we need to talk about it because it's affecting our community, it's affecting each one of us. And so our topics may not always be the fuzzy stories that you want to hear. They are the stories that you need to hear because we need to bring awareness to the things that's going on. So we have
this story, and guys, you know, we gonna always talk about domestic violence and things like that. It affects our community because this is the platform that we have for that. And so there was a story from out of Atlanta where this guy murdered his girlfriend. His girlfriend had 13 children, guys. He murdered her in front of her children.
In front of some of them.
In some of her children. He murdered her. And the story is so horrific because you just think about, like, well, we already know that this behavior has been going on for a while because he was definitely comfortable in doing what he did in front of the children.
Right.
But the magnitude that on Sunday night, I think it was last Sunday.
Yeah.
Where the magnitude of their argument had got so intense that he strangled her. And then also beat her. They was outside because he beat her head on the concrete. And he ended up killing her. And now these children,
13 of them. Now
these children are left with no mother.
Yep.
The trauma of witnessing their mother's death.
Which will always be in their memory.
Always.
They will never forget that. There are things that I remember when I was a child, when I was really young. These kids will never forget what they saw. It will change their life forever. And unfortunately, sometimes the change is not always a good change.
Absolutely.
Sometimes they mimic what they see or become what they have saw. I mean, when I saw the story, my heart ached for those children. To have to witness something like that, to have to see something, their mother being killed by her boyfriend. I mean, what could you say to that child?
What can you say?
It's nothing you can say.
Can you imagine how many beatings that they have watched?
No.
They have watched,
but they have
watched their mother be beat by this man that 9 times out of 10 afterwards she say, I love him, and this is my man, you know, and just the trauma. And we know that even with little boys, we know that little boys that watch the abuse that goes on in their household, that they are twice as likely to grow up and repeat that same behavior.
Yep. I'm sorry. I'm just actually looking at the story now. Just reiterating the story. But yes, and that's why I said sometimes they grow up to mimic those behaviors. And I think I said on air one time that when people like asked me like, why did I leave? And I remember when I was going to Family Crisis Center, the counselor told me that if I did not leave, then my children will grow up to do the same thing, because they mimic what they see, these generational curses and things like that has happened. And that was my strength to leave, because I didn't want my children to be like that. Now you think about, it didn't say how many of the children actually saw it. It just said some of the 13 children saw that. So I think about those 13, the some that saw it, their mindset. What's going to happen to them
right
now? First of all, it's 13 children.
13 children. Was any of those his children?
They didn't even say
I
that.
I was looking
I
for
kept
that
reading to see that they didn't say that. But what happens to them now? Where do they go? Now that the lights and cameras and all that is gone, who take in 13 children? Do they get split up? You know, that's something else that they have to deal with, because now they're not together. They witnessed something horrific together, and now they've been broken apart. I don't know that for sure, but 9 times out of 10, somebody's taking in 13 children.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot. And then we don't even know their age ranges, so
we don't know. It didn't even
how
say
old is the oldest sibling, and
even still, an older sibling couldn't take care of 13 children.
I know.
Let's be honest.
I know.
In today's society, but that goes back to our village. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to, it takes a village, and our village is so broken because our communities are so broken. You know what I'm saying? So even if it was like someone can take in all 13, they would still need the help. And the reason why they won't do it, because they feel like they're not going to have the help to be able to properly support 13 children.
Yeah, this day and time, it's really hard out here. It really is hard then to support somebody else's 13 children. And so that's what, as mothers, guys, we have, when it comes to domestic violence, we really have to look at this for the seriousness that it is. A lot of times we look at these relationships and we say, you know, we don't want to leave because maybe this is the child's father or what they're providing. But what happens when you die? And that's the realness of it. What happens if you're murdered during this time? Then what happens to your children then? So you have to say to yourself, you know what? This is never going to get better without help. It's never going to get better. And you have to remove yourself from the situation.
Yep.
And you have to have a safety plan. I am not here telling you that you just can walk away. It is not that easy. It is not that easy. But it is definitely resources out here that will be able to assist you and help you. But we have to know how to help you. You can't keep sitting in these relationships lying, thinking that nobody don't know what's going on. And what you got to understand is that when it comes to domestic violence, you're an adult. We're not going to force you to come out of your situation.
You have to want
to come out of your situation.
Yep.
You know?
And that's one of the things, as I've grown up and started speaking about my situation, that I had to learn. Like, I had to want it. I can't be mad at this person and that person who didn't help me when how would that help me anyway? I would have pushed them away anyway.
Right.
Like I did so many others who did try to help me.
Exactly.
I pushed them away anyway. So now I'm mad at the one person who I wanted to help me. But the truth of the matter is, I wasn't ready for help. When I was ready for the help, that's when I got help. When I was ready to leave, that's when I left. Nobody had to tell you when it's time to go. You know when it's time to go.
No.
You cannot stay in relationships because of the children. Because what happens is, like Mignon said, you can end up dead. And then who gonna take care of your children?
Who gonna take care of your children then?
Or you stay in there and then your children grow up to be just like this, believe that this is what love is because this is what they saw. That's what I saw. So I definitely thought that's what love was. I didn't know any, and I was even told that, you know, that this is what love is. Keep your family together. What goes on in this house stays in this house. Women have been doing this since the beginning of the time. What makes you any different? Like, I heard all of those things. So then your kids have to grow up to be a broken woman or a broken man. And we trying to stop that. I don't want to see any more people trying to deal with their issues when they're grown.
Right.
We need to protect these babies now.
We need to invest in these children. And I'm telling you guys that it is so much easier with children.
Yes.
It is so much easier to change the direction of a child's life if you get in there early and be able to work with them so they can know the difference between a healthy relationship and an unhealthy relationship, and get them to start looking into their behaviors. Why are they so angry? Because everybody has a right to be angry. That's a God-given emotion. We can be angry, but the thing of it is that just because you're angry, you can't mimic bad behavior.
Right.
That's when it becomes abusive. So you got to teach children these things. Show them.
And the children, like you said, it's hard to change the mindset of an adult.
Yes, it is.
It's very hard. I stand here as one of the adults who is a survivor who's still healing for domestic violence. This month, May, is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, a lot of us are walking around still dealing with the things that we dealt with when we were children. Mm-hmm. We haven't even focused on the things that we need to deal with as adults because we still trying to pick up the pieces from when we were children.
Absolutely.
And as we go on in our adult life, we trying to hide it because we have children down there. We have families, and but we haven't even dealt with the surface of our root of our issues anyway.
Absolutely.
So we need to start with our children. We need to take back our babies, take back our communities.
And we suppress things so deeply.
Oh,
a lot of times we think that we have healed from something.
We haven't.
But we haven't really healed from it. We have just suppressed.
I'm a living witness.
We have just suppressed the behavior. And so that's why we go through life in so much depression. It's people that walk around all their life that clinically they have spent a lifetime in depression.
Yep.
And not even know. Anxiety and all these different things. And with, like Roz said, with this month being Mental Health Awareness Month, it's time to check in, family. It's time to make sure that not only are we healthy in our finances and healthy in our bodies, we going to the gym and we drinking these shakes and everything, but what about your mind?
Yep.
How healthy is your state of mind? And that has to be first. We have to make sure that we are in our right mind, that we're able to deal with the issue, because it's going to always be issues, y'all. I'm telling you. It's always going to be issues. There's always going to be things that arise in your life. But the thing of it is that how you deal with it. How do you allow it to affect your overall life?
If you do not deal with it, it will deal with you.
Yes.
Those are the only two options. Either you deal with it or it deals with you. And I do want to shout out, since we're talking about mental health, we have a mutual person that we know who is offering free services. So I want to shout out Valencia Clipper Davis. She is a mental health specialist. She is a counselor. She is actually offering free services to all those who need. She said the one thing that bothered her was someone reached out to her and said that I didn't call you sooner because I didn't think that I can afford you. Mm-hmm. And that bothered her because she doesn't want anyone who wants to get help not be able to get it because they cannot afford it. So in the wake of this month, she is actually offering free services. So please reach out to her if you need it, or if you know someone who needs it, slide that number to her.
Absolutely.
You don't even to the person. You never know how you may have changed their lives.
Absolutely, guys, and we got to stop worrying about the wrong things. We are always so concerned about what we can't afford when it comes to mental health and life insurance and medical insurance. We always the first ones to say, oh, I can't afford that. But yet you'll go out here and spend your money on all these designer things and this stuff. That's what I'm saying. We gotta get our minds right, guys, because that right there, that's what's killing us. That mindset right there is what's killing us. But yet we'll go and pay for all these fancy clothes, cars, big houses, and you don't think about it twice because you're so worried about what everybody else gonna say. Oh, you made it, you got it. But yet with your own mental health, you will sit back and talk about what you can afford. You can afford anything you put your mind to and that you want. I assure you of that.
I double that. It's all a mindset. You change your mindset. Here's my thing. I always want to live below my means. Mm-hmm. I don't ever want to live at it or above it. Because something's going to happen. Nothing in this world is constant but change. And the change is going to come.
Absolutely.
So I need to be prepared for the change.
Yeah.
So you guys, again, reach out to her. She's offering free services. If you know someone who is struggling with depression, anxiety, or any of those things, slip her information to them. That may be the ticket to saving their life, something that somebody just need to talk to.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Valencia for doing that.
Shout out to Valencia. Oh my goodness, that blessed me so much. And I just want to say to Valencia that I am just astounded at her humility and her grace for her to be able to offer that, because she understands the seriousness of mental health in our community. And so you have someone who has invested in herself, put herself through school, got all her degrees and everything, and she's willing to give back to someone, because I'm telling you, we see it in the school system with our children as young as 9 and 10 years old that is committing suicide. That's mental health.
Yep.
That's mental health. When you have voices in your head telling you that the best thing for you to do is to kill yourself, come on now. And get your children some help, get your mama some help, get your husband, your wife, because y'all, we see the signs. We know when they not right.
Yes.
But help them. Don't allow them to keep masking this pain. This pain will take them out, guys. And you know is that it doesn't mean how much money you got. We see millionaires committing suicide because it's not about money.
Yes, it's definitely
money doesn't make you happy. Material things don't make you happy.
They fade
Your
away.
mental state of mind is what makes you happy. Happiness starts in here.
Yes, all of that. You guys, I just want to give you the email to reach out. I know I said it, but you might don't know how to reach her. But her email is valenciasworld7@gmail.com. Family therapy, marital therapy, individual therapy. She is a master life coach, therapist, everything. So again, Valencia's with an S, world, 7@gmail.com. Or you can reach out to Mignon or myself, and we'll make sure that we make the connections that you need to reach out to her. Please, again, it's free. Okay, it is free. They say nothing in this world is free. This is free, and it can save your life.
Absolutely.
Or somebody that you know.
Absolutely. So, guys, we do have an awesome guest in the studio today. We have Lamont DeShield, and he is the CEO of Jesus Gang. He is here. He's going to bless us all the way around. He is an entrepreneur. He has an awesome clothing line, and he is a gospel rapper. And he is doing it all for the kingdom of God.
Amen.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You are watching the Mignon Show.
Y'all ready to move a little bit here? It's been a long time ill. Hey, I watch the pocket of it. We're gonna start off in cruise control for you, baby. And nice and easy, man. Gonna do this for all the sexy Aquarians in here. Happy birthday to you, baby. Let the pocket watch here. Happy birthday to Miss Sabrina. Yes, right, baby. What you say, baby? I'm coming to you. And Mr. Danny got a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Danny. What you got for me, baby? A big paw. Happy B-Day to Big Paw. Watch the pocket watch here. And Lauren got a birthday. That's coming from the sexy Troy. Too smooth, Troy. That's right. That's right. Shout out to all the sexy Aquariuses in here. All right. Hey, I Belladonna, watch the block do the work. He's up on him, Cherie. Sweet Cherie, baby. Yes, indeed. Hey.
Say you have said to me, this is exactly how it should do it. Meant to be. Time is of the earth, so why wait for eventually? If we gon' do something right, we should do it right now. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Mignon Show with co-host Roz. I want to introduce Jesus Gang. He's going to bless us with a song really quickly, so we're going to turn it right on over to him.
How y'all doing?
We are awesome.
One time, praise God.
Shout out
Jesus Gang. Shout out Elvin. Shout out Chief. Shout out Cody G. Yeah.
Nobody knows but God, man.
So, I'm thinking about my next move. You thinking about your ex groove. You focus on who's who. Can't change what you've been through. About to be a great year, even though I'm late here. Good year, but I'm still tired here. They don't know my struggle. They try to tell me how to live. Negativity is all you give. Devil on your back, I know that's how you live. Give God glory. Jesus Gang story. All praises glory. This his story. Let it breathe, let it breathe. I'm looking for relief as I grieve. Cannot change me. I'm sunny when it's rainy. You try to cut me up, you can't ever play me. Friends turn shady, cause they really hate me. Seen it all lately. Pray for your passion. I turn into action, divide into faction. Make satisfaction and don't go back. Nobody, hey, nobody, hey, nobody, 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 nobody. God knows, hey, hey, nobody, 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 nobody. Hey, 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 nobody, 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 nobody. Hey, 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 nobody, nobody. Don't test with the best, not talking flow. Heaven really know, I hurt when I grow. The pain make a beast and I rap and I work and I write in the dirt, in the booth, I'm berserk. Nobody know the pain that I suffered. Took deep breaths but still got smothered. I'm mixed up like smugglers. Thank God for my mothers. Pray for them others. I pray that they covered. Hate in the heart, I love them the most. 3 more strikes than his body rose. Rhyme with your boy, I rap what I am. A DMV gem, I kill all my sin. Prayers go up, then I'm right back again. Haters are talk, erase them like chalk. They walk in the park, the greatness I stalk. The price has been bought, your souls have been sought. But, hey, nobody, yeah, nobody, 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 nobody. Hey, 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 nobody, 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 nobody. Hey, 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 nobody, 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 nobody. Yeah, hey, nobody, 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 nobody.
I go.
All right, I am Tony Mitchell, and I'm joined by my beautiful wife,
Sunita Mitchell.
and we are in the mix with the Mitchells. As you can see us every Thursday on VoxWave.com. Every Thursday night at 9:15, and we're here in our event. We run a nonprofit organization called Alliance Project, and we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary. So make sure to tune in every Thursday at 9:15 on VoxWave.com for In the Mix with the Mitchells. See you later.
See you next week. Thank you.
2018, I personally helped several people reclaim their healthy lives with a ketogenic lifestyle. Together with our team at Wakaya Perfection, we have helped over 4,000 people struggling with weight loss, burn off unwanted fat naturally, control hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and high cholesterol with our Beulah Fit Keto Fuel Shake and high-impact ginger and turmeric. Contact me for yours. Buttons about that ketolife.mywakaya.com. That's BUTTONSBOUTTATEOLIFE.MYWAKAYA.com or call 202-875-3926.
This is a keto-friendly diet, and weight loss expectation is approximately 1 to 2 pounds per week. Individual results can and will vary.
Hello and welcome back to the Mignon Show. I am your host, Mignon.
And I'm your co-host, Roz.
And as you can see, we have our guests at the table. We want to thank you for that awesome performance, Lumon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, we love you too.
Thank
We
you.
love you
Thank you.
too. Thank you. God is awesome.
Yes.
God is awesome. And
Absolutely.
I'm always so amazed at this young guy because he is actually out here and he is living on purpose. He is living on purpose, and he is lifting up the kingdom of God.
Amen.
And we just want to be able to support him, to let people know that you don't have to wait till you get old to serve God. You can definitely serve God in your youth.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, and how important that is, that to serve God in your youth. So again, thank you, Lumon, for being here.
My pleasure. It's an honor. It's an honor. A privilege.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you. So what we want to do, we want to first tell our listening audience a little bit about you, your whole Jesus Gang movement, and everything that you have going on.
Okay. So my name is Lamonta Shield. I go by Jesus Gang. And I started the movement in 2015. It started off as just a clothing line, and it turned into something much more. I've always had a gift or a desire to reach the youth in a way that they can understand it. And my mom being a musical background, playing guitar from my church and just being, that type of teacher, I learned it, I picked it up, and I just tried to perfect my craft. And I was blessed to be able to do songs with great people such as JoJo Simmons, Light Show from the area, D1, a song with D1 is out now, Surf Gang, who's also big in Miami, Florida. So it's been a long journey, but I'm just blessed that God is using me to help other people see that you don't have to be in a box to praise him.
Amen.
So, it's just a blessing. And what I have going on now is basically we just go to different churches. We had an event in Heathsville, Virginia on Saturday, and we had a youth event with Mars Hill. Shout out Pastor Stephen. And it was awesome. It was awesome. So that's basically what we do.
Absolutely. And I seen your demographics was a little different than usual.
Yes, and that's what I want though.
Absolutely. I said that was huge.
Yes, that was one
huge.
of my first crowds that's not that doesn't look like us. And I loved it.
They loved it. They really loved it.
Yep.
I was excited to see that. I was like, yes.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That was awesome. I don't know. I do want to say one last thing real quick. I have a couple events coming up. We'll be at we have Entrepreneur Day at Living Water School down the street. We'll be at a fashion show at Grace United Methodist Church the 17th and 19th. We'll be at Porch Fest in D.C. For the second year in a row. So,
oh wow, yes, congratulations, and keep doing it. God is definitely blessing you, and He's going to continue to bless you and honor your work. And I'm excited for you. Don't forget us over here. I know, but believe me, ever since I have met you, you have always one thing I can say. Every time I look up and it say your post has been shared, it's always you and your mama. I say him and his mama love me.
We do. We respect you.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Absolutely, we respect it. Nothing but love.
Thank you. I am excited. So guys, today what we wanted to talk about, our topic today, like we started earlier saying, that is we're going to deal with bullying. And the reason why I want to deal with bullying is because, it's time for us to really start talking about this in a way that we can be effective, because guys, every day I hear stories of children in elementary school, and they are really suffering. Yeah. And every time I hear a story, I always ask the parent that's sharing the story with me, I say, what was the consequences? What did the school do? And I'm telling you guys, the school they're not equipped to handle what's going on. There's no consequences in school for bullying. There's no consequences in school for bullying. So we're going to talk about this issue today because I want to get other insights of people and how do they feel with all in the media where we have children that's 9 years old that's committing suicide. And I just want to see, is it only just me? That's no, and I don't have any children right now in school, but my grandchildren are coming. But, and I'm worried, I'm concerned. Because
you should be.
I am really worried and I am really concerned about what is going on. Even at parents, at some point you got to say to yourself, could my child be a bully? What are they doing when they go to school? So who wants to go first? Who wants to chime in?
Oh my goodness. I guess we'll be here forever for my rant. So I'm gonna try my hardest to tone it down.
Okay.
It's so much, and I sit on both sides of it. As you guys know, that I, work in the school system as a substitute. So I see that part of it, and I'm also a mother who have children in the school system who, 2 of my children actually had to deal with situations in the school system. Right now, my youngest, who is 6, and you guys met her, you guys know her. She lives in the world of unicorns and butterflies. Like, she's so sweet, and my fear is that society is going to change her because of the things that she's dealing with when she has been told that she is ugly, or her hair is nappy, or she got her chair pulled from under her and made her fall. Last year was I can't play with. The teacher found her on the playground crying because someone told her that they could not play with her because they're allergic to brown skinned people, and all these things that happen. And as a mother, there's so much that you want to do, you know what I'm saying, when you have to continuously to deal with this kind of situation, and on top of it still trying to teach my daughter to be loving, to be kind, to be all of these things in a world filled with bullies and hatred and racism and things like that. I do strongly feel like the school systems are not equipped to deal with these type of things. And again, you guys, I sit on both sides of it, and this is no way of bashing anyone, but the truth is the truth. There is so many cases going on right now in the school system. 1 counselor to 500 students.
And that's ridiculous.
Ain't no way in this lifetime that 1 counselor can deal with that many students dealing with so many things, because it's not 1 child or 2 child, it's hundreds that they deal with. So 1 counselor cannot deal with that. There's not enough blue forms, pink forms, red forms, or whatever form. I've been writing to you about these forms that you can fill out, because while I'm taking my time to fill out all these forms for this stuff to be investigated and things like this so it can go to the proper channel, these things are still happening. Somebody's child, my child, other people's children are going home crying, dealing with it. I know
And remember, we just talked about a story a few weeks ago with a little boy who killed himself, the little 10-year-old who killed himself, and his parents followed protocol.
Yep.
They went to the schools, they did all these things, and the school came back, I guess after all those pink, yellow, and purple forms they filled out, they came back and said that their findings was that there was no bullying going on.
Here's my thing. How can you, I'm really trying not to get emotional, but here is my thing. Perception is key, okay? So if I felt like I'm getting bullied,
right,
then damn it, I'm getting bullied.
Absolutely.
Because that's how, you can't tell me how I'm supposed to feel. I don't care what your intentions was. I'm letting you know how it made me feel. So don't tell me that Johnny didn't mean to bully me or didn't mean to hurt my feelings. My feelings was hurt. And I'm the only one who can validate that, because this is the way that you made me feel. In this, I had to deal with it with my oldest son. I'm sorry, my middle son. That's the first time that I really had to deal with it. I didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm someone who deal with a lot of stuff. I didn't even see it in my son. And when he told me that he wanted to kill himself and the stuff that he was going on, I went to the school. I did everything. I filled out every single form. And then as soon as when my son lashed out, then you want to suspend my child.
Absolutely.
Well, first of all, he didn't get suspended because they must did not know who his mama was and who her circle is, because we don't play those type of games.
Absolutely.
But this is the stuff that is happening. Can you imagine your child? Luckily, my child talked to me. This little boy mama didn't have that.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you said that when you said that when it comes to bullying, that it comes down to a matter of how it make me feel. Because when we deal with discrimination, the first thing they ask you is that, okay, they don't say, well, we don't believe this person discriminated against you for whatever reason. The first question that they ask you is how it made you feel.
Perception is key.
That's it. So maybe we need to look at bullying and how we look at discrimination. It's not about, well, what it consists of, but how did it make you feel?
How many more children have to die? How many more children have to commit suicide? When will we get it? Like, we are not investing enough money in the school system as it is anyway. Teachers are underpaid. Funding is always getting cut. 1 counselor to 500 students. Like, all of that. All of those are indications that we need to make a change. Who gonna do it? You know, and it's up to us anyway. It's up to the parents to really stand together because, like I said, I go to the meeting. I see it's 10 of us in there when it's 500 students in there. You want change when it affects your child. But I'm telling you, it will affect your child if we don't stick together anyway. It may not be your child today, but it may be your child tomorrow.
Yeah. I want to ask Lamont this question. Why do you think in the African American community, why is it not enough of us standing up when it comes to the school system? Why we don't have enough people that's coming together to say, no, you're not going to cut these programs. You're not going to do that. These kids need something to do. No, you're not going to have one counselor for 500 children. What do we need to do? Who do we need to talk to?
Honestly, the fastest way to reach kids or people is music. And I feel like a lot of times, and it's sad, but it's just the way it is, society is, they don't listen to people. They don't listen to good teachers. They listen to celebrities. They listen to people on TV, on the radio, and they shouldn't. And, you know, and growing up in this county, being bullied as a kid and as a male, you can't. It was not accepted to be like, oh, I need help. I need help me. You know.
That's when that whole snitching thing comes in, because now you a snitch.
You're a snitch. You're soft. And you know, I was able to thankfully just toughen up because, like I said, I remember my first day in middle school. I cried. And it wasn't even worth crying. My teacher I had teachers bully me. But I never was able to lash out. But if you have a good support system, which most of these kids do not have, as you all know, they're stuck. They turn to the streets, and that's why when you use your voice like you all are doing, and like you know, I try to do for myself. You're using this voice to let them know you're not alone, and they need to hear that. Like, people try to squash what you guys are doing, what other people are doing, but they need that platform to know, like, okay, dang, there's somebody that knows what my child, what I've been through, you know, and that's why I feel like what needs to be done is, honestly, we just need to keep doing what we're doing and try to go to schools and maybe talk to principals, maybe have meetings, maybe have no bully concert, no bully something. We need to continue to go in these schools and try to reach the principals and have events to let them know that this is not acceptable.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, you know, and I want to take it even a step further, is that even with, because a lot of people that sit on the school board, they are elected to sit on school boards, and then we have our city councils, the ones who approve the school budgets. I mean, we got to start going after these people that sit in these seats, because what is happening is that I just don't understand how we can see that they are taking all of these programs out of the schools for these kids, and they have nothing to do.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing to do. So idle mind is the devil's playground.
Yes, it is.
There is absolutely nothing. Their activities, after school activities are cut because they don't have buses, and if the parents can't get them there, those things are cut. You know, PE, I had PE every day when I was in school. PE is once a week, music once a week.
And that's why they so fat.
That's why they don't have nothing.
Oh, that's true. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, she caught me off guard with that one. I guess I needed to laugh because I'm really trying to hold back these tears. But there is nothing for to do. I live in Charles County. Ain't no rec centers out there. Ain't no community centers out there. Those things don't even exist in Charles County at all. And I live there. There is absolutely nothing for my child to do. Unless you're one of the ones who has some money can invest in some of the football or the basketball or the dance. Those things do cost money for them to do, and it's still far-fetched anyway for them to do that too.
And that is true, because these days people got more than one child. So then these after school, these football programs and everything is very costly. Dance programs, very costly.
I'm calling out prices.
And like the woman today we talked about got 13 children. You know, all them 13 children ain't going nowhere. That means if none of them are going.
But when I was in school, we had activity buses. So whatever you want to sign up for, the Glee Club, chess club, this club, or whatever, there was activity buses to do. There's no home economics in school anymore. There's nothing to keep these kids from turning to
the streets,
or nothing for them to do for their anger or the things that they dealing with. Like there's nothing for them to do. Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
Like I fuss about, again, I live in Charles County. I don't know if you guys ever seen Charles County. We have one skating ring out there.
Yeah.
My God. My son got invited to a party there, and I walked in there and I was like, we gotta leave. I could not believe it. Like, skating was the thing back in the day. You know, we go to Crystal's, rode all those skating. Please. Do you understand me? I was like, we gotta leave this birthday party.
How old
So
were
what
they?
was going on?
When you walked in there, it's horrible. It stinks.
The
It smells like smoke.
conditions.
The conditions is horrible. I'm like, dang, all we got is one skating ring. We ain't got nothing else for them to do. We got this one skating ring, and I gotta breathe in it.
And you can't even keep this up.
I can't even breathe. And you guys know I have allergies and asthma real bad. I was like this, feeling. I ain't even got 5 feet in the door before I'm feeling for my inhaler. Like, this is too much. We're not investing in our kids. We're not holding our elected officials accountable. They're cutting money but building more houses to overpopulate these schools anyway.
Exactly.
The schools already have too many kids in the classroom already. And now you want to build more houses for more kids to come into the same schools so they can be overcrowded. So what you do? Build another school. But guess what? You build more houses to pay off the fact that you just did that.
And you know
Come
what?
on
And it's so crazy because with me coming from real estate, I know that when developers come into a community, they got to come into the community and ask, can we build here? And usually they do MOUs, a memorandum of understanding, that when they come into your community to build, there are certain monies that's allocated towards the things in your community. Just like the whole big old thing what we heard about with MGM coming, and they had vows to give all this money to the school system. Where is the money?
Where is it?
MGM is up, is running, it's making millions of dollars a day. They having all these concerts, and they're making the money.
One counselor to
But where
500
is the money? Where is the money, Prince George's County, for the schools? Where is the money?
Where is it going? Our teachers are unhappy because they definitely not getting paid to be all that they are, because there are some good teachers
There's
out
some
here, and
awesome
I will
teachers,
not
and
take
we
away from
applaud
that.
you.
Yeah, and it's a teacher appreciation week, so we definitely applaud you. But there are some good teachers out here who are tired of dealing with what they're dealing with, being underpaid. Some of the teachers, even at the school that I am, some of the teachers are on their own time doing these clubs for these kids. They're all doing their own time, having a chess club and a girls club and things like that on their own time. They're not getting compensated for that, but they see potential in these children, and they trying to keep these children out of the street. But when are we going to invest in our own children? When are we going to stand up as a community together? Oh, we got to call somebody and heard my rant.
Yes, we
I
got
hope
to
they ain't mad at me. Yes, hello, you on the Mignon Show.
Hello, beautiful ladies. This is Valencia.
Hello, Valencia.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm wonderful. I wanted to call in. I really don't know where to start
We know.
with your bullying conversation. However, I did want to call in just to kind of piggyback off of everything that you all have already said, but to also say, in the school systems now, everybody's hands are tied. They've been limited with everything. The teachers, the principals, everybody are limited. Everybody's limited. They can't, you can't give kids hugs. You got to give these kids pounds and high fives, because if you give them a hug, then it's sexual harassment, or somebody done touched their kid. It's like these kids used to come to school as an outlet, a lot of them. And a lot of those kids would come to school, and that would be the only time they got a hug.
Yeah.
And now you're taking that away from them as well. But I hear often a lot of people saying these parents need to hold their kids accountable, or we need to hold the parents accountable. The truth of the matter is, a lot of parents don't even know that their kids are doing this. Because with me being in the mental health field, when I deal with either bullies or kids that have been bullied, most of the time the bully is just somebody that was being bullied. And because they wanted to stop being bullied, they turned into a bully.
That is true.
And a lot of the teachers don't realize that it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix. You can stop that by nipping it in the bud in your own way without going against the rules. But a lot of the teachers are so fed up, they just like, I don't even think it's worth the extra effort.
Right. Right.
So we got to keep doing a lot of praying, a whole lot of praying.
Amen.
For me, y'all know I'm a homeschool provider, so I am overwhelmed with applications. Because everybody is to a point where they're just like, I'm done, forget it. There's no point in trying anymore. And I understand, because all of mine are pulled out. All of my children are homeschooled.
Mine gonna be
And
there
it's-
soon.
I know that's my goal for my grandchildren to be homeschooled.
Yeah.
And to really so they can have that one-on-one, and when this issue arises, because they're children, they're learning, so they're gonna be doing
Absolutely.
things, but to have someone there that's be able to correct that, and we not afraid of letting the professional handle it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And Valencia said something that I want to piggyback on. Again, it's been in the school system. She is absolutely right. When a child hugs me, you will see me with my hands up because I'm so afraid.
Hands up, don't shoot.
My hands are up so fast because I'm so afraid that, something will be said, because I've seen it. I know some of the substitute teachers who had dealt with it, they hug back and, someone got, it's crazy. So it's like, give me a fist pound or whatever.
Right.
But we can't hug them anymore. We can't ask them certain questions anymore. We can't comfort them. I saw somebody crying today. I wanted to hug her, and I literally had to walk. It tore me up that I just had to walk away like I didn't even see her. Because I can't, and she is right. I don't blame everything on the teachers and the principal because their hands are tied.
And and one thing about that, we got to understand that they are there to teach.
Yes,
They are there to teach.
Right.
So the school system have to be able to implement more professionals, as you yourself, Valencia, and people who have programs who can come into the school, who they can take that child aside and deal with them, and not these crazy punishments that they have. You go sit in the office, the office with the principal.
Exactly.
What type of mess is
and
that?
the principal ain't even really paying you no attention because the principal got work to do also. But you know what? It goes back to Valencia. I think for DWP and Man to Man, we send about 14 emails out, if I remember, for schools, for the school system to adopt the schools. We had one return. One.
And look at that.
We sent 14 to give free services to the student, to provide them with things, and we had 1 out of 14, and that was PG County and Charles County we did.
And that's sad.
And we got 1.
That's terrible.
And that's
And
sad.
it is sad, but on the other side, again, it is their hands are tied. So remember, when you try to go into the system, like I've been doing this for 11 years of going in and out of the school systems, their hands are tied because every time we submit a proposal to go into school, it has to go to the school board. Now, once it goes to the school board, then all the background checks and all that stuff comes in. Now, pay attention to all of the people that they've allowed in the schools that abused it and ended up sexually abusing
Right.
kids.
Right.
So now they don't want to let anybody else in the schools
So we can't
because they don't want to take the chance. And who was the one that suffered? Again, the kids.
children.
The kids.
The children. Well, that
Yeah,
same
the
that
kids
same
keep
background
suffering.
check that they running for the teachers. I mean, some people are doing things that nobody has ever reported them. So some of them will slip through the system, but still, because you can't let that affect the masses of children that needs this support.
I agree. I definitely agree.
So
we just got to keep praying.
We do. We want to thank you so much, V, for calling in. We truly appreciate you. And we will definitely be doing this again because when I was at home today, God said we got to talk about this. So we're going to definitely be doing this again. And maybe, V, if you can come in or call in, whatever you want to do, but we're definitely going to have this discussion again.
Yeah, y'all just let me know. Y'all know I'm here.
Yes,
I
thank you
appreciate
so
everything
much
that y'all doing.
Thank you
and we
so
appreciate
much.
you know I love you.
Yes, I love you too.
I love y'all too.
Thank
I'll
you,
talk
V.
to y'all later.
All right. So, Lumon, you just went on.
Oh, you're not on?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So before
Sorry
we
about
go,
that
please
because
give
we're
your
live.
information so that they can reach to you.
And first, wait a minute, one more thing. I wanted to ask Lumon, do he have anything else that he want to share with as far as bullying and the whole school system before we go?
Honestly, that's one reason why I stopped being a PRP, because you need to be able to hug the kid if they need help. Not in a wrong way, but they need a hug, they need help.
Sometimes you just need, I heard something this weekend from a doctor, and they said that in order for you to be in the right state of mind, that you at least need 4 hugs a day.
So I read,
You need 4 hugs a day mentally to put you in the right space. I was like, that's wild.
Endorphins are released when you give contact. It's just, But anyway, I can go on.
Yes,
I
we
got
go forever.
something.
We gotta.
But I will say you can find me at Official Jesus Gang on Instagram and Facebook at Official Jesus Gang. So enjoy the movement and thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. And check out all his music on all the platforms.
Yep,
Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, everywhere. Check them out, guys, and also invite them out to come and talk to your youth groups, your churches, and everything. I tell you, you will be blessed.
Thank you so much.
And you always can find me, Roz in the Community, on Facebook. And if you need to email me, rozinthecommunity@outlook.com.
Thank you. And you know you guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at MDA Speaks. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, we're going to still be checking out YouTube page. If there's any questions or anything, we will respond to you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you. God bless and have a great night.
Good night.
Ooh, they gon' find you.